guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiffany, the Happy Homeschooler. So today's video I'm super excited about because I'm sharing the 10 things that I love about using Sonlight curriculum. The very first thing I love about it is that it all comes in a big package. You can order Sonlight as a full grade package, which is so convenient for me. I already work from home. I don't have time to sit and plan out every little curriculum and piece it all together. So having it come in just a big box where everything I need for the entire school year is already there. The only thing that's not there is some of the science items that they assume you will have around your house, and they always let you know in advance what those are. So pretty much everything I could possibly need for the school year does come in that package, and they call it like Christmas Day or something, and they always send an email anyway. I love that it all comes like that. It's so easy and just manageable for me and my time. The second thing I love about Sonlight is that it's very scheduled and detailed, but it's flexible. So what I mean by that is that they have each category, you know what you're supposed to do that day. So you know exactly what you're supposed to do that day. However, you can do it whenever you want during the day. You can go through it like it's listed, or you can just mix and match. I tend to let my kids pick what they want to do first, and kind of depending on the day. Some days I'll read first thing in the morning. Some days I'll read in the afternoon. It just really depends what we're all feeling like. But I love that because I know what I'm supposed to read, but I don't have like a strict schedule that I'm supposed to have it like done at this certain time. And it also just, I don't know, sometimes we'll read, the whole week's worth of poetry or the whole week's worth of science. We'll do that all in one day, and we just mark it off as we go. And it's very simple, but again, like detailed, but flexible, and I love that. Number 3 is I love that they incorporate Bible lessons in every day. So we have Bible study that we do, we have read alouds, we have the older kids read to themselves, and I read to them. Now, I don't always necessarily do that Bible study. I have my own Bible study I'm doing with the kids, but I love that it's incorporated in it every single week, just because it's a constant reminder to always have that in there, have it in every day, and they have a Bible memory verse every week. So I love that too. And they provide CDs to go along with whatever you're memorizing so that the kids have it in song, which just helps you to retain it better. So they incorporate Bible into their curriculum, and I love that. Okay, and then number 4, this is probably one of my absolute favorite things about Sonlight, and it's that they don't teach with textbooks, they teach with living books. There's a number of reasons that they do it this way, but I just love how they do it. I love that the kids get to learn through reading a story versus trying to memorize from a textbook. I've talked about this in other videos, but I love that when I order my curriculum for the year, it comes with a plethora of books. I get a big box, and it's full of my guides, the books that the kids are going to write in, like they're, we call them usables, but they're doing their handwriting in and their math in. It comes with those things, but it comes with a big stack of books, which are stories, a lot of historical fiction, some not historical fiction, just some just historical, and then nonfiction, and then some total fiction. And I love it. I love the way that they incorporate it all into the curriculum so that every single day I'm reading my kids' stories, and without even really trying to do extra beyond our school, I'm already reading to them every single day. And that's so good for them and so important for them. And Sonlight vets all those books for me. This is still in my category of the living books, but they do all that work for me. So every single book I get from Sonlight, I know it's going to be a good book. I don't really have to worry about if it's okay or if there's going to be something in it that I'm not okay with. I just know it's going to be a good book, and I love that about it. It saves me so much time having to go out and figure out what books are okay. And also I just generally know that they're going to be a good story for my kids, and they'll learn something. Another thing that Sonlight does is they incorporate geography in every single lesson. So I'm reading a book to my kids, and Sonlight has in the notes section, it will tell me where on the map, because they also include a map, it will tell me where on the map that location is. Every time I read to my kids, we can look on the map and see where in the world they are. And this is so good because it's constantly reiterating, constantly going back to the maps and seeing this is where they are, this is where they traveled to, and it starts all the way in kindergarten. So I'm reading a book to my son right now, and they travel from Philadelphia to Palm Beach, Florida. And so we mapped it out, and Sonlight provided that. They provided the map, they provided like a closer look at the map showing exactly where they went, and they also tell you to go and do that. They remind you in the notes section to go and incorporate geography in every lesson, in every book you read, and in every lesson that you read, like in the history books and whatnot. So I love that. The sixth thing I love about Sonlight is that they provide hands-on things for the kids. So my daughter is working through American history. She has a lap book of American history. I had great intentions of filming us doing the whole thing, but I'm just going to be honest, that's not going to happen. But I have filmed some of us working on it, and I will, at the end of the year, I will show you guys what it looks like. But I would tell you right now, we're halfway through the year, and it looks amazing, and she's having so much fun. She always wants to do her lap book, and it's so... it reiterates what she's learning so well. Like, I'm trying to think of an example here. Well, we learned about what was being imported and exported from the Americas when it first started, and she created a little booklet, and it had cotton and rice and, I'm going to say coffee beans maybe. What was it? It was cotton, it was rice, it was sugar, that was it. And we actually built it on there. We've got to glue those things onto the paper, and then we made the little booklet and stuck it in her lap book. And that, like, she constantly is reminded of what she learned, and I love that. Like, it's just so hands-on. Now, this didn't come in the full grade package. I ordered it separately, but it came recommended as a recommended product, and they still made it very simple with Sonlight to order it with the full grade package. The seventh thing I love about Sonlight is that they include discussion topics, discussion questions for all your children for everything that you read. That includes the living books and the history and the devotionals, all of it. It all comes with discussion questions, and I love that because I might think of some of my own, but it's so nice to have them already started and to know what questions to ask a kindergartner versus a 7th grader, because you're asking completely different questions. You're going for so much deeper and so much more, and it's so nice to have it written out for you and kind of help you think about, you know, what questions to ask the 5-year-old, what questions to ask the 12-year-old. And I love that. That was one of the things that really helped me, especially in the beginning when I got started with Sonlight. The 8th thing I love about Sonlight is that they make it easy to work with multiple children at once. And the way that they do this is that they have cores. And the core is your history and your language arts and your, so all of the books, all of the read alouds that you're going to be reading to your kids. So how you can do this with multiple children is that you have one core. You're reading the same books to 2 children, and they're both learning the same about the same time in history. In the case of Core C, they're both learning second year of world history. They're both going to be listening to the same stories, but you can get the language arts, just the paperwork, just the questions and the copy work and the learning the grammar and all of that, you can get in whatever grade you want. So another way that you can combine the cores is by getting a combination. So Sonlight provides options where you buy 2 years in one. And basically what this means is that if you are starting when your child is in 2nd grade, for example, if you were joining Sonlight and your child was in 2nd grade and you had missed year 1, because B was year 1 and C is year 2 of world history, then you can buy it as a B plus C, which is just the 2 years together. So that is what I'll be doing with my children next year, because I have one that's starting in B and one that will be in C. So I'll be doing a combined B and C, and my 1st grader will be doing 2nd grade math and 2nd grade writing, and my 1st grader will be doing 1st grade math and 1st grade writing, but they will be doing a combined core, combined history, where I'll be reading one set of books to them for that year. Okay? So, again, Sonlight, really good at working with big families that need to be able to combine their years, combine how many kids they're teaching with one core. Another really great thing that Sonlight teaches is they reiterate what you learn. So my first grader is already learning some much deeper, He's learning grammar concepts that I don't think are normally taught for first grade. But they don't expect him to hear it then and never forget it and like that's the end of it. No. They introduce it to you in like kindergarten, first grade, and then they build on that. And I talked about this with sequential spelling, but when they build on things, like that works for my kids. That works so good when something is taught and reiterated. Instead of being taught from a textbook and you're expected to memorize that fact and never forget it. No. They just keep reintroducing it, reteaching it. And the 10th thing I love about Sonlight is that they have a great support system. And I do not say that lightly. I hate sitting on the phone waiting for hours. I hate like the automated trying to get a hold of a real person problem that we have these days. Like trying to get a hold of a real person is like a nightmare. And Sonlight is not like that. They're so good. Their customer service is amazing. And they get back to me every single time. They help me out. And another thing is I've called them. Like if I need advice about homeschooling, if I need advice about actually I've called them about a number of things, but in particular I called them about how to homeschool 2 kids at once, like how to combine the course. I've called them and asked them, how do I combine the course? And they were the ones that explained to me how it would best work and how to be able to like work with multiple children homeschooling at the same time with a program that is pretty extensive and requires a lot of time. So they are so kind and generous there at Sonlight, and I'm on, support groups and stuff on Facebook too, but the people that actually work for Sonlight at Sonlight are amazing and really, really helpful. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you already use Sonlight, comment below and tell me if you don't use Sonlight, at least go give them a try. I'll stick the link to their website in the comments or in the description below. And if you have not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I make videos every single week about homeschooling and reading and books, and I would love to have you guys join me for the next one.